So this Roger Jackson situation is honestly crazy, and I've seen most creators posting the exact same small clips here and there. What I wanted to do in today's video is provide a full context. So I searched and searched and eventually found the full live stream uploaded to YouTube, thanks to the account that I'm going to show on the screen now. And I watched the entire live stream, all about 2 hours of it. Went through, combed through, and grabbed the parts that I think are very relevant, that add a little bit of context to what happened, and I'm going to go tell the entire story. So we're going to start from the beginning and do this chronologically. So the first big two things I think to note in the very beginning are that Raja talks about having a concussion and the fact that he's here at this event because of his friend AJ.
What's up, chat? It's good. No, I didn't go with my pops. How does my head feel? I'm still fucked up. I'm not even gonna lie. It's part of the reason why I didn't stream earlier. Andre, who was on the stream the last time, is having a pro wrestling show, and I told him I will come and support, and then I wanted to bring you guys with me.
So then we cut to Raja actually meeting up with AJ, and AJ decides to take Raja backstage to meet some of the wrestlers. And this is kind of where things start to fall apart.
What's up, bro? What's up? Why you look like a stripper? I'm just saying.
So when Raja is introduced to the group, this wrestler named Stuart Smith immediately sees all these cameras. He sees this guy standing in front of him, and he thinks that he's a professional wrestler.
Dude.
What, you don't know me?
And so he seizes the opportunity, sees all these cameras, and decides to hit Raja over the head with a beer can.
Oh, you don't sell it? He's not a worker, bro. Calm down.
Yeah, what the is that? You're good. What the is that?
What I'm going to show directly after this is that not only did Stewart apologize fully and say that he had a misunderstanding, but actually Raja then says, "I get it now," and fully acknowledges and understands why the event happened.
Make sure you get it.
I appreciate it.
I didn't know. I thought you were working.
I get it.
We're not working out. Well, he's gonna come out on your mat, too. I know you keep thinking we're working. We're always working.
I get it. Yeah. I get it now. Now
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We're always working. So we'll set it up.
So I feel like that sort of just destroys the credibility of the claim that he was concussed and didn't know what was going on. I think something happened. He was bothered by it, but then as soon as he sort of understood what was going on, the two sort of made amends. And so I feel like it makes it a lot harder to defend Raja in this situation. And then we have a large chunk of the footage, which I have to mute the audio because there's a ton of music in it and for copyright purposes. But two really big things are happening in this sequence. So Raja's chat is continuously rage baiting him the entire time, calling him weak and calling him a bunch of names that I can't say here, but they basically all indicate that he's very weak for letting that happen. He shouldn't have let the guy hit him over the head with the beer can, and that he absolutely needs to take revenge. And the other big thing is that Raja's dad, Rampage Jackson, of course, former UFC fighter, kind of adds into the fire, and he's calling Raja, saying things like, did you let these dudes in tights jump you? And basically, again, inferring that Raja's weak for letting this happen. And so there's just all this fuel building up. And one thing I noticed when I watched the footage is that for the most part, Raja's kind of fine with most things. Whenever he and Stewart made up, Raja was relatively in an okay state of mind. But once his chat got a hold of him and started to really egg him on, and then his dad kind of adds into it, his mentality switches completely from okay, I was bothered by that, to I've got to do something about that. You can actually hear Raja on stream saying what he's going to do. And in some points, he sort of says that he's not really going to do a lot. He's going to maybe slam him, maybe hit him, and then leave. But after his chat continues to sort of rage bait him, he says that he's going to hit him for real. So he states his intentions.
I'm not gonna fake it. Exactly. They don't want me. They don't want me in there for real because I'm not gonna fake it. Watch.
You can see Stewart directly looking at Raja in the stands, and then Stewart says something to the referee, and this is Raja's cue to enter the ring. And then, of course, we have chaos ensuing. So ultimately, people, a very small percentage are trying to defend Raja with the concussion claim. It's something that is certainly out there, but honestly, I think this is a kid who clearly has rage issues and clearly has a lot of anger issues. And I think he was pushed to his limit. He was put in an environment where it was very heated, very charged. Of course, what Stewart did, hitting him over the head with the beer can, wasn't right, but he owned it. They made up. I think things were relatively okay at that point. And now we just await to see what happens with Raja. Is he going to face jail time? Stewart almost died. They said that he flatlined for a good bit, and they didn't know if he was actually going to make it. So, I think it's hard to defend Raja here. I think that he's clearly in the wrong, and now we'll see what happens. So, I appreciate you guys watching the video, and hopefully, I added a little bit more to the situation.